Do you get it? Because, like, I hate fruit. And, like, someone ate my lunch and he offered me a piece of his orange. And I was like, oh, my God, this is the worst day of my life. It actually wasn't.
Was it the first grade teacher?
It was the kindergarten teacher. So I had a first, like, bad 2 years.
Man, what elementary school did you go to?
You know, the funny thing is, I'd rather not say. I actually went to Lancashire Elementary School in San Bernardino.
San Bernardino. Okay, Lancashire.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You'll get your lunch stolen and you'll poop your pants.
And be offered an orange.
And be offered an orange.
That's the tip for today, kids. All right. Well, if you want to follow me online, ladies and gentlemen, any social media platform, it's On Air with Andrew.
And mine is Boy Sandoval. That is Boysandoval.
Yeah, Boy Sandoval and On Air with Andrew. We're the only two out there.
We're the only two out there, but we're going to be adding a lot more content soon, so make sure you guys check it out.
Absolutely, absolutely. KCAAradio.com. You could find KCAA on Facebook.
Right. I was also going to add, if any of you guys watching or listening have anything you want us to talk about or
tweeting us and Instagramming us is the way to get a hold of us.
It's the way to get a hold of us.
If you guys are like, hey, you have to do this YouTuber, or hey, I love this tutorial on YouTube, let us know.
Right.
Shoot us a message, and we'll reach out to them, and we'll get them on the show for you guys.
If you have any gum chewing recommendations, let me know.
Yeah. So, and any embarrassing first grade stories,
let us know.
Let us know. DM those to us. So, anyways, I'm Andrew Caravella.
And I'm Manny Boy Sandoval.
Check us here. Check us here
on KCAA Radio every Tuesdays at 7 p.m.
Thank you. Yeah,
that's why you have two people.
Two people, right? We'll be back next week. Joshua Lee Young. We'll try to get him here out of his gun hold down situation with the police.
Have you heard from him?
No, no, his phone's dead.
Oh, that's right. He had 10%.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you soon.
Later.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102. Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
And good evening. We are at 8 o'clock, and the polls are closing in California in election 2018. I'm Mark Westwood on KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and 102.3 FM, your NBC News radio station. And we are awaiting the results of the 2018 primary election. Lots of election offices up, governor, lieutenant governor, every executive office in the state, including Secretary of State, Controller, Treasurer, Attorney General, Insurance Commissioner, all of the members of the Board of Equalization, as well as U.S. House of Representatives in District 8, 27, 31, 35, 39, and also in State Senate District 16, 20, 29, 29, and also State Assembly District 33, 36, 40, 41, 42, 42, 47, 52, 55, and lots of things. Superintendent of Public Instruction, lots of state and elected offices, and then also lots of congressional offices. In the state of California, we have 14 congressional seats that may turn over from Republican to Democrat and could change the course of the country tonight, or maybe possibly in November, but we will know very shortly who is advancing in our open primary scheme of things here in California, where the top two vote getters, the people who receive the top two largest amounts of votes, go forward from the primary into the general election in November, regardless of their party preference, whether it's Democrat or Republican. For instance, in the governor's seat, we could see two Democrats running against each other for governor of the state of California. Gavin Newsom is considered to be the forerunner in that race, and then it's going to be a tough call whether it's Antonio Villaraigosa, a Democrat also, or John Cox, who is the Republican frontrunner. There's also a Travis Allen, who is a local governor candidate from Riverside, who is in the contention. There's actually 22 representative candidates running in the governor's race, and 31 in the U.S. House of Representatives. The two highest contenders, Democrats again, considered to be the front runners, are Dianne Feinstein and Kevin De Leon. So these people will be running against each other possibly in November. It could be because of our open primary season in District 8 in the congressional race there, two Republicans, Paul Cook and Tim Donnelly, running against each other. Or we could see a very close race there where the Democrat, Marge Doyle, who has spent a great amount of money and raised a great amount of money and has run a very tough campaign, she could be one of the first Democrats to advance into the race against Paul Cook and give him a serious challenge. She's been running a tri-county campaign and a strong campaign in both Inyo and Mono counties. Of course, District 8 is as large as some states in the nation. It includes most of San Bernardino County, not all, but most of San Bernardino County, and also includes Inyo and Mono counties. In District 31, Pete Aguilar is up for election. He's considered to be the front runner and probably an easy leader in that race. Also, in other congressional races, an old name is back. Joe Baca, who is challenging the sitting Congresswoman Norma Torres. That Torres is expected to possibly prevail there, and it could be a Joe Baca Norma Torres race in District 35 coming up. We are awaiting the Registrar of Voters in San Bernardino County to release the absentee ballots that have been cast before today. He has said that he's going to release those at 8:05. It is 8:04, and so we've just got about another minute before we will be able to tell you some of those ballot election results. Again, you're listening to NBC Radio, KCAA 102.3 FM, 106.5, and 1050 AM as we continue on. We will continue our regular programming in a little bit as soon as the results come in here and we are able to give you the race results for the top races. Of course, the NBC News in Los Angeles will be covering these as well, and we are hoping to possibly give you some early results here in just about 45 seconds or so here on KCAA. Again, some of the highest and most watched races is the governor's race. Gavin Newsom, the former mayor of San Francisco and former two-term lieutenant governor of the state of California, is expected to be the easy front runner with the former mayor of Los Angeles and Latino Antonio Villaraigosa, as well as John Chang. Some of the leading Democrats in the race, we have John Cox, the Republican, and also we have another Republican that is running out of Riverside by the name of Travis Allen. Travis Allen out of Riverside is also heating up the race against John Cox, and they're just trying to figure out if they can possibly be the number 2 seed in this race to go ahead and challenge Gavin Newsom possibly. We also had some other Democrats running, Delane Easton, and some of these Democrats are having a tough time. We're also going to be watching closely the recall of Josh Newman, a senator running out in the Tri-County area who covers Orange County, Los Angeles, and San Bernardino County. So we're awaiting those results right now. Talking with Michael Scarpello earlier, he said that the turnout has been pretty brisk. We went by an elementary school in Highland just recently, and before the polls closed, about an hour before they closed, the parking lot was full. There was no parking spaces in the parking lot, and cars waiting to turn into the parking lot to vote at that particular elementary school. At the San Bernardino County Registrar of Voters, there has been a line of cars dropping off absentee ballots all day long, and of course, the room inside the Registrar of Voters was pretty full earlier today with voters. The turnout has been pretty brisk since most people have waited to the last minute to vote because they just didn't know there was so much and so many choices. Again, governor with over 22 people running for governor, 31 people running for the United States Senate against the sitting Senator Dianne Feinstein, some 10 people running for lieutenant governor. Secretary of State had about 8 people running for it. The Treasurer office had 5 people contending for it. Lots of people running for office here in the state of California. It is now 8:07, and we are waiting for those election results, and we're getting some of those results just now. They've just popped up. Right now, we are showing with just about 7% or 137 of 1,856 precincts reporting. The governor's results show actually John Cox ahead in San Bernardino County. That might be expected. Ahead of Gavin Newsom. We'll have to look at the Secretary of State's website in just a little while. But Gavin is expected to carry Northern California pretty much right here in San Bernardino County. Gavin Newsom is being bested by John Cox, the Republican, by about 10,000 votes. But that's not expected to be the prevailing result in the state of California. The Lieutenant Governor, we also show the Republican leading over some of the favored Ed Hernandez or Elaine Kounalakis as well. We're showing strong Republican results in San Bernardino County, 35,000 votes for Mark Nisser for Secretary of State over Alex Padilla. As we would probably go to the Secretary of State's website in a little bit, we would find out that these are probably going to be different results as the Secretary of State releases those results, and those haven't been quite released yet. So as we continue on here, we're going to go back to our normal programming, and we may interrupt here in just a while and interrupt the program. And the guys, we apologize to you. We will make sure we make good for you, but sometimes elections don't result. Don't wait, and we have to give the results. This is Mark Westwood on KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and 102.3 FM. And as soon as we get the results from the California Secretary of State that will give us a broader brush of the election results, we'll return on KCAA, the station that leave no listener behind. And now back to the studio.
Psst. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you know where you are? Well, you've done it now. You're listening to KCAA Loma Linda, your CNBC news station. So expect the unexpected.
You tuned in to IE Radio on KCAA. Baby!
Today is Wednesday, June 1st. There's a lot of thunderstorms outside, and this song is called Juan Maria. Take one. Celebrate me like the independence of September. The golden angel still protects me from the devil's efforts. I'm not a Christian, I've been known to congregate with lepers and fornicate with pretty wolves that love to call me shepherd. Women with daddy issues, twerking that fatty tissue, texting those kissy face emojis saying how they miss you. Don't blame you, baby, cause oftentimes I miss myself. Nobody in my league these days, so I might diss myself. But back to why I left you, I'm not the one to rescue. I'm crossing borders out in Mexico to find my refuge. I know the score, so don't you treat me like prize. Forever in your feelings, why you acting like the Maz? I know the Smiths broke up, well, at least we got the cure. And Depeche Mode's still around, at least I'm pretty sure. I'm the only rapper dancing at those after hours goth clubs with women like Elvira sucking titties in the hot tub. I've reached that paranormal. See how I flip the world up on his head like Eddie Gordo. Okay, we been immortal, but been immoral since the Dutchman played the Mora Oral. But why you wanna drag my name? Can we keep it cordial? Candles for 43 students that somehow disappear, but we all know what the truth is, huh? The world is so corrupt, police and cover-ups. That money talking louder than the poor, they shut us up. They shut us down the moment that we start demanding change. But I'm too busy thinking about the diamonds in my chain. When people losing life, it's never about how much you gain. No dollar amount will ever make you like them, not the same. No matter where you go in life, we can't escape the past. If sky's the limit, why the ceiling always made of glass?
What's good, y'all? You are now tuned in to IE Radio. My name is Heavy the Homie. On the ones and twos, we have Nappy 2000. This next track comes from the homie Curtis King. This song is called King Me. That last track you heard came from the homie Speak. Once again, this is IE Radio. Keep tuning in, y'all.
I was looking out my window, thinking about my kinfolk, reminiscing when I had no bills and this was simple. Ride around with heel foot, intersect with Central. Back when I'm at Absol, rapping with no pencil. Back when all my ends low, working out of Quiznos. Before I had credentials, I had to hit that limbo. Before I was a superstar, sentimental, I had to hit the coin store just to get some wind juice.
When I play this for my mama, she's so proud of me. I play this for my nana, she's so proud of me. I play this for myself and I'm so proud of me. I play this for my haters that was down to me. Can you sleeping on yourself? 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 Can you sleeping on yourself?
If you a hater and you listening, I take it as a compliment. I know you got no common sense, so you just stay anonymous. I'm gonna do the opposite. That's called that confidence. R.I.P. to Tommy, I got money though I'm jobless. Ooh, I love the sound of this. You don't love the sound of this? What's wrong with you? You know we spent our time on this. The radio gon' say this song is probably coming too slow. DJ here gon' ask me how I play this after too short.
When I play this for my mama, she's so proud of me. I play this for my nana, she's so proud of me. I play this for myself and I'm so proud of me. I play this for my haters that was down to me. Can you sleeping on yourself? 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 King me.
I be cool as cool can be, but people still be rude to me. I be looking cluelessly like, ain't that just so humanly? This year gon' be my jubilee, indubitably. And you can't stop my jubilee, so back up, let me do my thing. I'm shining like some jewelry. I don't need your jeweler piece. When you took my car and you took my home, you know you made a super me. King me, that's what you can do for me. King me, that's why I'ma reign supreme.
When I play this for my mama, she's so proud of me. I play this for my nana, she's so proud of me. I play this for myself and I'm so proud of me. I play this for my haters that was down to me. If you want, now you sleeping on yourself. You sleeping on yourself. Say you sleeping on yourself. Sleep if you sleep, if you sleep, if you walk, cause you sleeping on yourself. You sleeping on yourself. I say you sleeping on yourself.
Make a beat. Yeah, I seek peace in the darkness. Let the quiet speak to me, and the blackness is where she sleep. Slept the sun away till I like that. Yeah, suddenly the stress melts. I see as bright as day. Think where the stars all go when they explode to oblivion. Or had this girl break the mold, cause mommy hit us capes to the curve. So let's fly away together as birds. Pen on my lips wrote the words you heard as we twitter to each other like doves in the sunshine. Spilling blue blood from the heart. I don't know when to stop, I can talk it forever. Feeling your texture, feed my soul fed umbilically. Yes, the feeling with you is a feeling that's blessed. This heart of mine's on a kite in a lightning storm. Torn cause I found you but lost the sense of time. Just let it ride out. She's just a dream of my memory books, the one I dedicate to in memoirs and books. And the better her soul, the better she looks. And shorty make me shoot for the moon, so true. Just a dream of my memory books, the one I dedicate to in memoirs and books. And the better her soul, the better she looks. And shorty make me shoot for the stars, my God.
Said the blind man basking in 2020. Tunnel vision emphasized, cause what's in front is lovely. Her polygraph doesn't move like the Richter, but with a dynamic 5 sample, I'm gonna let ninth depict her. Dress code of heavenly shades is known to poor sighting. No halo is seen, but notice the soft lighting. With understood on youngs and fingers in the grooves. Enchantment and glances can be figured in a mood. The truth searching was what's a long measure. While she is starry-eyed in her Chatsarang gestures. We cuddling to now hold the proof of this pearly gate high. Cupcaking on this cloud mode astute breeze, working with how our charm is. She knows the hell that I've been through, paying no mind to the charred garnish. Yet fantasizing keeps her faded stick, feeling her rage at the alarm code and fake and bake, but still don't.
She's just a dream of my memory books, the one I dedicate to in memoirs and books. And the better her soul, the better she looks. And shorty make me shoot for the moon, so true. Just a dream of my memory books, the one I dedicate to in memoirs and books. And the better her soul, the better she looks. And shorty make me shoot for the stars, my God.
Yo, I hold the Dunhill while sipping on espresso, looking out the window while I'm sitting on the metro. Your voice is sugar sweet like the strings of a cello, so I ring your cell phone to listen to your hellos like, hello miss, I wanna bless you, let me guess you think I'm not the best, I'll impress you. I had it in myself but decided switching back ever since I saw you shining in the black like a star. I wanna see my dreams like Charlie Bucket did. I wanna go places, let's start a bucket list. When we connect, we create a new energy. I felt it coming here while you were waiting like Penelope. I came like Odysseus from afar. Every day feels like coming home from a war. Ever since I was a lad, I had this dream of traveling, cycling around Paris, rolling L's, drinking tea and eating Madeleines. She's just a dream of my memory books, the one I dedicate to in memoirs and books. And the better her soul, the better she looks. And shorty make me shoot for the moon, so true. Just a dream of my memory books, the one I dedicate to in memoirs and books. And the better her soul, the better she looks. And shorty make me shoot for the stars, my God.
Once again, that track is called Dreams and Memoirs. Shout out to the homies, The Verified. This next track comes from the homie Cam Gnarly. It's called Levitate. Shout out to all my smokers out there. Stay wavy, baby.
I got rose gold goals, marble flow moles, hand-woven tapestries, crafting out my destiny. Respect should be given to the ones that came before me, but I'm in it for the glory, got the guts for the trophy. Yeah, you can never call me sus. Clearly you mad cause I'm growing colossus. The cosmos have aligned at this particular time, giving me new direction to challenge all your perceptions. Thoughts become things, so you gotta choose the right ones. Living in a lap of luxury with my loved ones. Life is so wet right now, feel like I'm drowning. Made a wish, flicking gold coins in a fountain. I pray to uni that she never let me see a drought, and keep the cops and ops from finding out my whereabouts. To never be a bag and help me weed them out. I hit the weed, I hit the stew, you know what I'm about. Yeah, every time I'm high, I find me wondering why we gotta be so low down? Why can't we just vibrate higher now? Yeah, every time I'm low, I find me wanna just go to a higher place. Baby, let's levitate. You don't really like me, baby, you just crushing on the crib. Err on how I keep it still, levitate to see what's real. Thank you God for making me a player, not a referee. My rhetoric is epically spoken for itself. Refusing to get shelved, don't look down on like the help. I only go where I'm celebrated, being tolerated. Remember times I felt more infamous and famous. What's the point them know my name when inside I still feel That's why I grind till I'm getting off the grid, damn, and keep going up until I hit the ceiling. I'm sticking to the code, sticking to the plan. Boss up and bounce back, hope you understand? I pray to uni that they never just call me loco and give me clarity to take this whole shit global. I pray to uni that they never just call me loco and give me clarity to take this whole issue global. Yeah, every time I'm high, I find me wondering why we gotta be so low down? Why can't we just vibrate higher now? Every time I'm low, I find me wanna just go to a higher place. Baby, let's levitate. Yeah. Levitate, 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 levitate. Baby, don't you, won't you? Levitate, baby, don't you, won't you? Levitate, levitate. Don't you want to? Vibrate. Don't you want to? Levitate, vibrate, levitate.
Yeah.
What's good, y'all? Once again, you're tuned in to IE Radio. My name is Heavy the Homie. As always, on the ones and twos we got. Go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
Nappy 2000.
Of course. And today we have some special guests in the house. Go ahead and introduce yourself, fellas.
Yo, my name is Tyson.
Yo, I go by Droops of Out the House Productions.
That's right.
Right here.
If you don't know about Out the House Productions and all the hip-hop shows that they've been responsible for, then you clearly haven't been paying attention out here, y'all. Because they've been all over the places. They've been in the OC, the LA. They do shows all over the place, so you definitely know Out the House Productions.
Yeah. It's been a good long time coming. 11 years in the game, so you know, much love to everybody. It's been supporting everybody that's tuned in too. I know a few of the homies are tuned in, so you know, big ups to everybody.
Most definitely. For anybody that doesn't know, can we get a little bit of backstory about how you both got started?
Okay. Damn.
Well, he found me.
Go ahead. I think it's going to be shorter.
Well, getting started, it was just, me doing cool events in Santa Ana differently and just providing platforms for people in the city when we didn't really have much to do. And then, that grabbed Droops' attention, and then from there on, we started working together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. I started off for the same reason. There wasn't really too many platforms in Santa Ana and Orange County. Mm-hmm. There's a few promoters here and there, but nobody like consistently wise. So I started off open mic night. That's how I started off in the game. And it was at my mom's spot, La Pachanga, 60 capacity bar, small, intimate. And we really weren't like one-sided with it. We were just accepting everybody just to come through and just have a place to perform.
Okay,
and,
dope.
I would tell you the rest, but there's a lot more.
Yeah, it's years in the making.
It's 11 years in the making, and every year was like a new move. But basically, I went from a spot of 60 capacity one year to a spot Malone's, which is like 150 capacity. Mm-hmm. They broke down a wall there after being there for 2 years, made it 300 capacity. Started venturing off, doing stuff in Long Beach and a few other spots. Then I was still rocking Malone's. They knocked down the last wall. It was 500 capacity. And then pretty much that's when the Observatory found me. They asked me to come help out there because it was going under new ownership and whatnot. So I started helping them, bring some talent. First show we did, DJ Quick, Sugar Free, sold out. So, and the rest is history.
Yeah, that's crazy because that's not an easy business to do. So for anybody that doesn't really understand what they do, can you explain how you have to deal with a bunch of different personalities while doing this when it comes to doing these shows and being with all these different people?
It really all just starts with experience.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it gets trickier, but the more and more people you meet, the different personalities, it just keeps getting easier. We worked with, people with a lot of problems, and then we worked with a lot of people that just make our jobs easier, that know what they're doing. So it just varies, and then you just learn through experience. That's all it is.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
For me, I never really had anybody show me the ropes, so I sort of had to learn as I went. So for like the first 2-3 years in the game, I was feeding my check in there every year until I figured it out by like the third, fourth year, and added a few formulas that worked, and I ran with it, and that's what I'm still doing to this day. But yeah, it's rough, definitely, working with a lot of different personalities. Like you said, I've worked with some hotheads that, they're used to Hollywood and being in the clubs and whatnot. And then, like you said, we also work with artists that are very humble for the opportunities that we give them to provide that stage. And we always love working with those type of artists. There's a lot to it. It's not all glams and glitz like people think. They see us on stage or backstage just taking a pic with such and such.
They think it's all about popping bottles. And
Yeah. Nah, there's so much work. Well, the one thing I can say, like the one thing that's like the biggest headache, and it sounds funny, but the guest list. That's a headache.
Like, I'm with so and so cousin.
Yeah. It's funny because even on a lower level on underground shows, it's still a headache.
It's still a headache. That's just in general.
It's like, why don't you don't want to pay the $5? Like, I know your show's a little bit more, but even then, you guys have $5 shows, $10 shows. People are like, nah, I'm trying to get on the guest list, and they just want to feel special.
When people hit me on those shows, I just ignore them.
Yeah, it's like,
I just ignore the text. Like, come on, bro.
Like,
you serious?
$20, get your whole family in. Like, what are you talking about? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So Tyson, when did you create the concept project?
I've been doing that for about 6 years now. So I've been doing events for almost 10 years now, if you really look at it. But so the concept project is our art collective. We do everything from music, art, fashion, and it just kind of like built a team around that, just providing opportunities. And next, I had a team, and we've done everything from fashion shows, music festivals, to all this crazy stuff. A bunch of art shows every weekend. Like, it's crazy.
And you also have a radio show with it too.
Yeah. So this year I just started Concept Radio. On hits11radio.com, the plug right there.
Hold that thought. We're about to have Mark call in and give us the results of these elections going on. So we'll get back to that right now.
Yeah.
KCAA, where every day is a great day.
And good evening. 8:30 in California. I'm Mark Westwood for NBC Radio on 106.5, 102.3, and 1050 AM with the latest election results in the state of California. The polls have now closed, and we are starting to examine the results from the Secretary of State and also in San Bernardino County. Big voter turnout, it looks like, and the voting is going to go on through the night. We have only 457 of 21,487 precincts reporting total. That's 2.1%, but it gives you a good glimpse. These are basically the absentee voters who voted and returned their ballots early enough to be counted. And of course, statewide, we see that Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom has taken an easy lead with 32% over John Cox. John Cox is about 28%. And behind that is Antonio Villaraigosa with only about 10% of the vote so far. Travis Allen, the Republican, actually leads Antonio Villaraigosa statewide. So as it stands right now, it's Gavin Newsom, then John Cox, and then Travis Allen, and then Antonio Villaraigosa, followed by John Chang down the road quite a bit. And so that is the results right now for the governor's office. Lieutenant governor-wise, and by the way, in the governor, we have the top two. So more than likely, it will be a race between Gavin Newsom and John Cox. In the lieutenant governor's race, we see that it might be two Democrats running against each other. For lieutenant governor, from Northern California, we have Eleni Kounalakis, and in Southern California, we have Ed Hernandez. And their only difference is about 2%. So we'll see two Democrats squaring off each other for lieutenant governor, it looks like. In Secretary of State in the state of California, Alex Padilla is handily winning over the Republican Mark Musser, 46 to 38%. So that will be the top two going there. And it looks like that race is being revealed right now. It will be a Republican versus the current incumbent, Alex Padilla. In the controller's seat, Betty Yee is easily, handily winning with 55.9% over the Republican at 40.3%. In the Treasurer's office, Fiona Ma is outdistancing Greg Conlon, the Republican, by about 8% there. Attorney General, we'll see Xavier Becerra facing off against probably more than likely the Republican Stephen Bailey. Dave Jones was a hot contender who spent a lot of money, but has so far scored only about 11% statewide. So it looks like Xavier Becerra, the current Attorney General, who was appointed by Governor Jerry Brown after Kamala Harris left when she was elected United States Senator. In the Insurance Commissioner, it looks like Ricardo Lara is going to be the top leader there with 35% over the other Democrat, over Steve Poizner, who is no party preference. Steve Poizner is not a Democrat or a Republican, although he was a Republican back in the day. He changed his party to no party preference, and he is actually outdistancing Ricardo Lara, the Democrat, 47 to 35%. So that'll be a race between those two, with Steve Poizner leading in that race at the moment. Superintendent of Public Education, looks like Tony Thurmond is leading with 31%. Over Marshall Tuck has actually got 39%. I take that back. I'm reading this just as they're coming out. Marshall Tuck has 39%. Tony Thurmond has 31%. That is a non-partisan race. Again, though, those are two Democrats that are running. In the United States Senate, it looks like Senator Dianne Feinstein is easily outdistancing anyone in the race. There were over 31 people in that race running, and the closest person to Dianne Feinstein is James Bradley, a Republican, at 11%, followed by Kevin DeLeon at 8%. Senator Dianne Feinstein, in these early results, has 41.4% of the race. So it looks like it will be a race between the Republican, Bailey, and Dianne Feinstein, the current incumbent U.S. Senator. We are still awaiting a great deal of races in the congressional seats. We have not got any races back yet, or race results back in the Assembly or the U.S. House of Representatives or for state Senate. Those races will be coming in. Countywide, we'll look at the mayor's race in the city of San Bernardino. Looks like it will be a race between John Valdivia and the current mayor incumbent, Kerry Davis. However, John Valdivia is outdistancing Kerry Davis at this moment. And so we will look for that race here, and I will give you the exact results of that race. I saw the race earlier, and again, I am reading it as it's being released. So you'll have to be patient with me just for 1 second. In the mayor's race in San Bernardino, it was a field of about 5 people, but John Valdivia is leading with, I'd say, about 12,000 total votes cast in the mayor's race for the city of San Bernardino, a city with 267,000 people and 72,000 qualified registered voters. We have 12,000 people so far deciding that John Valdivia will lead, and that followed by Kerry Davis by about 400 votes behind him. After that, it looks like Danny Tillman, Gigi Hanna, Carmel Rowe, Rick Avila, and Danny Malmuth are all in the race, but looks like it'll be a race between the two Republicans, John Valdivia and the current incumbent, Kerry Davis. Interesting situation there, since the city of San Bernardino has got a huge Democratic registration lead over Republicans, but it doesn't seem to always spell out in the end races there. Council member in Ward 1, Gil Botello, is leading over Miguel Rivera, and Theodore Ted Sanchez. So it looks like it will be a race between Botello and Sanchez. In the second ward, Cecilia Miranda Dolan is leading with only about 618 votes cast out of a district with 22,000 people in it. She is leading the current incumbent city councilman, Benito Barrios, by about 75 votes. In Ward 4, the current incumbent, Fred Short, is leading over Jesus Medina by about 400 votes. There's 1,531 votes cast total in that, and we have all of those votes that have been submitted counted. We will see more results in the morning with Aaron Sanchez. You'll see more results with Aaron Brinker and Tobin Brinker on the brink. This is Mark Westwood with the latest election results on NBC Radio, KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and 102.3 FM. NBC Radio. Now back to the studios and our current show.
You're listening to KCAA, your good neighbor along the way.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Once again, this is IE Radio. My name is Heavy the Homie.
Nappy 2000.
And once again, our guests, they're still here as well. Go ahead, reintroduce yourselves.
Troops, Out the House Productions, representing out of Santa Ana, California.
And it's Tyson from a lot of places.
A lot of places. I feel you on that, bro.
So we were on Concept, and Concept is a company dedicated to serving musicians, artists, and filmmakers with a wide variety of services. So can you please elaborate on that?
Well, anything you want us to do, we'll do it. So, I mean, anything really in the entertainment industry, just helping build artists.
Oh, I was like, I need you to mow my lawn, bro.
You said anything.
Well, yeah, we can make that happen too. We'll send you an invoice.
I got a guy. Send you an invoice.
If you want an artist to mow your lawn, it's going to be double.
Hey.
So
that's a good one, huh?
Oh, he's dropping clues bombs.
That's funny. And Concept Radio as well.
Yeah, so Concept Radio barely started that project this year. We're 12 episodes in. Taking a little time off for now just to work on this next event we have coming up. Then I'm going to get back into it. So that started with just, me always coming up with playlists that I felt like people should listen to, music people should listen to that's totally different. It's a really eclectic vibe. It's really slow music. I call it music for the late night drive. Mm-hmm. So you'll hear a lot of Drake in it.
Of course.
Hey, be careful when draking and driving, though, y'all.
Yeah. So, don't listen to my radio show if you're driving. That's why it's on a Sunday night, 8 p.m.
What made you want to do that exactly? Instead of just putting people on to new music and giving new vibes, but what made you want to do it?
It was that exact reason.
Just that exact reason?
That exact reason. It was just like, I felt like I had a strong music taste, and I wanted people to experience that. Like, not to sound cocky or anything, like, my music taste is good. It was just more like...
So it's just better than y'all. So.
No, it was just more the point of... just sharing it with the world, because you're gonna hear like artists like that, but then also you're gonna hear artists you're not really familiar with that's on the festival circuit. Since I do get to attend a lot of music festivals thanks to this guy, hey. I find a lot of new artists that you might not really hear of, and I just put them in rotation.
Nappy can relate. He makes playlists too.
Oh yeah. It gets real annoying when I go to just different venues or just the same clubs and I hear the same music from the same people over and over and over, and I'm just like, do you guys not go on SoundCloud and dig a little bit? Do you guys not go listen to any new albums out? I just think people just follow the trends and they're like, okay, this song's hot, so I'm just gonna play this song because right now it's hot, rather than just going outside the box a little bit.
That's where I find it kind of weird, because it's like we have the internet now. We don't have to go to go to record stores and like dig for records, like, or music stores and get CDs of people we never heard of and took that chance. Now you can really just sample the stuff before you even buy the stuff. So it's like that was like another way I looked at it, was just like, digging for crates. That's how I pick my playlists. Is I never play the same music twice on any episode. And it's always just finding new stuff.
For the people out there that are going to listen to your radio station in the future, what artists can we call out right now that people may want to listen to?
Wow, that's a lot. There's a lot. Like, Levon Kelly is dope.
Okay.
You know, I have, man, I even have like alternative music, like guys like Gus Dapperton. So it's kind of like a hip hop vibe, but they're not hip hop at all. Like they're just these white kids that make alternative music. But if you listen to it, you're like, yo, there's a lot of hip hop influence.
So they're like Post Malone?
Post Malone, but more rock. Okay. Like more rock than Post Malone. Post Malone still has a big hip hop like sound to him. But yeah, you'll even hear Post Malone on there.
That's what's up. I'm a fan of Posty.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And you're also the social media director of Out the House.
Yep.
How long have you been doing that for?
It's about to be a full year.
It's about to be a full year. Yeah.
Just a year.
Just a year.
How's that been?
Your hands have been full.
I have no freedom to live a regular life anymore.
He's posting right now under the table, actually. You know, sharing flyers and stuff right now.
No, he's been letting me slide for the week.
For this hour.
For this week. Oh, no, only for this week. I lay down on him for
this week.
Well, that's because you messed up your ankle, though, huh? So that's the only reason?
Nah. Well, no. I was still working with the broken foot.
Oh, wow.
But this week, just because we have that big event going on this Saturday, so I have to put my main focus on that since that's my project that I brought him on board to help me out with. And
okay.
Yeah, so.
That's your baby.
It's definitely my baby.
Actually, it's half and half now.
Now he's adopting my baby. Can't afford child support no more.
The stepfather.
The stepfather coming in.
Stepdaddy droops.
Stepdaddy droops.
My wife's probably listening.
How long have you?
What? Talking about?
How long have you been doing the Easton Block Party for? Is this your? It says your 5th year, right?
Yeah, 5th year.
Okay, so that started in
2013.
2013.
2013. Okay.
The first one we had a bunch of selection DJs out there, a bunch of like Obey Radio people. So it was like all the beat scene and stuff like that, and we had some alternative bands and stuff too. But then after that, I took over musically, and we just been switching it up every year. This year it's probably the biggest lineup we've had so far.
Explain this show coming up this Saturday.
So it's called the Eastern Block Party. It's the 5th year. We have 6 music stages. We have over 100 vendors. We have a bunch of like 10 live artists. We have other in-stores going on all around it. So there's going to be a bunch of other side events, pop-ups, meet and greets, stuff like that. And it happens each year. I think we're expecting like at least 15 to 20,000 people each year. And yeah, we have pretty good performers. Droops, you want to know? You want to say the performance?
Yeah. Pretty much he brought me aboard just to help out, bring a few headlining acts. I think that's the difference between the past several years and as opposed to this year. We put on the homie RJ that's going to be headlining the event, along with we got Reverie going to be rocking the mic.
Dope.
We got Oh No going to be there, and then we also got High Tone, which is pretty buzzing right now. He's
from
doing
West
a lot
Covina, right?
Yeah. He was on tour with King Lil G. He just got off tour, if I'm correct. And we got a lot of other dope local talent. We got Noah James,
James is on that show, yeah.
We got the homie Ends on there as well.
Oh yeah.
He's
Shout out
been
to
doing
Ends.
his
We
thing.
had him on the show.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, no, we got a lot of good talent. I definitely appreciate Tyson gave me the opportunity. I helped out partially last year too, but I think this year he got me a little bit more involved to help grow the event.
He just took the stress off my shoulder.
I feel it.
Yeah, we all need a little help, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You've been a big help to Out the House, too, now that you took over the social media role. It's definitely...
Stop, you're making me blush.
Tyson's blush.
To people who don't really know what that job entails, can you let people know what you really have to do?
Me?
You for the social media director.
Oh, the social media director,
Yeah.
man. It's just really, being at all the events, promoting events, like leading on to the events, just, always staying in constant contact with this guy and just whatever he needs me to do social media wise, I do it. It's a lot of everything.
Pretty much, it's just like the obvious things that you do when you do an event. Also, to set up an event page, invite your friends, also post it on Instagram, and just keep the promotion out there because we do a lot of events.
But doing that like 2 or 3 times a day for 2 or 3 different venues, man, it gets pretty hectic. Like, all the event pages and everything we have is like, we have 3 venues, so we got to run it all each day.
4 venues if you include the Fox.
Oh yeah, Pomona too.
Oh, you guys do show in Pomona now too?
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Just 2 years ago, the Observatory. Well, me and Jeff is a talent buyer for the Observatory. He made a deal with the Golden Voice, which they do the Novo. That's the other venue in LA. That's the venue in LA that we do. And so they also run the Fox Theater Pomona. So we do probably 2-3 times a year. I would say an event there.
Okay.
But
what was the last show you guys did there?
The last show we did there was Psycho de Mayo. With Sick Jacket.
I did.
It was popping. It was. I don't think it sold out, but it was nearly sold out. It was right there. It was right on the edge. It was cracking. I love that venue. It's cool. It's a dope. It's in a dope area.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of shows there. It's a dope spot.
Yeah, it's a dope spot. But and hopefully I'll be venturing out here a little bit more, maybe with the homie Life.
Oh yeah,
I had to throw that in there.
You guys together, that would be dope.
Yeah,
events, out here.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for so long. I think it's probably about that time.
I mean, I know as an IE artist, I would be grateful. I know Nappy, everybody out here would be grateful because we need something like that,
Definitely.
It's always good to have multiple outlets to help different people in the community. Most definitely. And being the social media director, speaking on communication, you really have to be real solid with that, most definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I yell at him every now and then.
I mean, if he's the first person I call and the last person I call before I go to bed. So it's like I have to stay in constant contact. His wife gets jealous, but it's okay.
It's understandable.
Yeah, but yeah.
And is there anybody on your bucket list as far as who you want to work with as a headliner? Anybody that you would dream about bringing out that you haven't worked with?
It's a question for both of us?
For both of you,
That's pretty hard. I feel like just this last year alone, I've seen almost all my idols.
Yeah, so, I think we scratched off a pretty good amount of artists on that list.
4 or 5 shows per week.
The instrumental that's playing right now, Nas was one that I was waiting to scratch off the list forever.
Yeah.
And then and at the LBC thing that we're doing, the summertime in the LBC show, finally got Ice Cube.
Hey.
We've been waiting to work with since forever, so that's definitely bucket list. There's a lot of other people out there. If I want to go underground, I do it Black Sheep or something like that. Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm having a
Diggable Planets were there on
Diggable Planets.
Yeah.
Honestly,
that was tight.
I'm glad you brought that up because I've witnessed we've done shows with a lot of artists, a lot of groups, but group wise, they gotta be on the top 5 groups that I've ever seen live. I left the Jizza show at the Novo to jump on the freeway to get there within 45 minutes. I got there right when they were gonna go on stage. There was a lot of special guests at the Novo. RZA came out, Inspect the Deck, Capadonna, everybody was there. But when I saw Diggable Planets live, I had no regrets because I'm all about seeing these legends that we don't know if we're ever gonna see again or how long till the next time.
Exactly.
So it's Diggable Planets, man, they're awesome. I definitely recommend if you haven't seen them.
Yeah, I was at the show on Friday at the Novo.
Oh, you did go.
And then he was at the show on Saturday.
Yeah, I performed with Life on Saturday.
Oh, okay, so you did go perform with them. Dope. I'm glad you did. You got to experience that vibe.
Yeah, when I was watching them, I didn't know they were gonna come out with a live band. That was crazy.
That's another thing that I was saying is that not too many groups or artists can get away with the live band, but they are the exception for sure. I like how they did a solo for each band member for each song.
Oh yes.
For the last 5 songs they did that, and it blew my mind. I was like, wow. Even my boy JC, and he's tuned in. He used to work with Loud Records, and he was like, "Where's Diggable Planets been? Bro, look at they're killing it."
Exactly.
Wow, and
they've just been practicing the whole time they've been gone or something.
Man, they never left the scene though. They perfected. I didn't see no flaws on their set at all. They were awesome.
The only song they didn't do live instrumentation on was Cool Like That.
Yeah, because obviously everybody wants to hear the beat.
Yeah.
The DJ, So, and that was smart. I think that was smart on their behalf on making that choice. Yeah.
Right on. And once again, you guys want to go ahead and just remind everybody about the East End Block Party. Where is it going down and what time? All of that info.
So yeah, the East End Block Party is going down this Saturday, June 9th in downtown Santa Ana off 4th and Bush.
4th and Bush.
So we're going to have 6 music stages there. We're hosting the hip-hop stage. But there's genres for everybody, so make sure you guys come out 12 to 10 p.m.
Yeah, 12 to 10 p.m. Like I said it with that last interview with OC Weekly. Definitely get there early because we got some good talent coming up early. We're going to be giving out a bunch of free giveaways. And there's just a lot that's going to be going on, so I definitely say try to show up
and
for the whole day.
We have a lot of surprise guests.
A lot of surprise guests.
And this is a free event, correct?
This is a free event. Free.
All ages? Or?
All ages.
All ages.
So no excuses.
Bring your kids, you know, if you have kids.
I know most people always say, like, oh, you know, to get free giveaways and the special guesting just to try to draw people, but we really got some crazy
you're not going to get this type of event for free anywhere else that I could think of. It's, you know, we definitely put a lot on the line to make this happen this year, so come out and enjoy it, people.
Oh yeah, us as music fans, I know we appreciate that. And just go ahead and let the people know, you know, where to keep in contact with you guys, where to follow you, and, you know, what to be on the lookout for.
Cool. You go follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. It's all the same, at Mike Tyson, Mike like the microphone. Or, you know, follow us at Concept Project with a K. Or you could just follow the East End Block Party at East End Block Party.
As far as my contact, you can go ahead and follow me at Out the House. That's Out, D-A, not T-H-E, Out the House. Also, artists, if you're trying to get on, feel free to hit me on my email. You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of artists always trying to get down with us. Just make a proper introduction and send me a music link. dj.droops@gmail.com. That's dj.droops@gmail.com. I would give out my number, but
don't do it.
It's getting 714. No, please. Yeah, I think that's
right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's where I'm more active on my Instagram, Facebook. We have Out the House Productions. If you spell it the same way as Out the House.
Or Out the House website.
The Out the House website. outthehouse.com.
Easy.
Yeah,
Right
pretty
on.
easy.
Well, you guys heard it here from Out the House Productions. Once again, this is Droops and Mike Tyson. And this weekend, you can catch them at the East End Block Party.
Big surprises.
All ages. So go ahead and follow those pages and be there, be square. Once again, shout out to everybody tuning in. We do appreciate all the listeners, whether you're listening on YouTube, on any of the stations, you know, on our Instagram Lives, on Facebook Live. We appreciate all of that. Shout out to our sponsors, Puff Sauce, Serious Cartoons Records, and the Music Lounge 710. Go ahead and follow all their pages. And
shout outs to you guys for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Much love, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Shout out to MC Live for giving us this opportunity, and you know we're just gonna keep running with it and paying it forward to everybody.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, we're gonna continue play some music. You got something you want to play for them, Nappy?
I do.
All right. Gonna get some flavor from Nappy, you know, and go ahead and keep tuning in. You guys can catch us here again next week from 8 to 9 p.m. Once again, my name is Heavy the Homie.
I'm Nappy 2000.
And you've been tuning in to IE Radio.
Peace.
You tuned in to IE Radio on KCAA. Baby!
Or a sucker or something to that effect. Respect I used to never get, cause all I got was upset when it used to be like, what's up, fool? And try to sweat it to like the lip. For no reason at all, I can't recall. Just rolling C's in my face. Down the hall, digging it in the back of the school, eating chicken at 3. Wondering why's everybody always picking on me. I tried to talk and tell them wasn't scared, just real nervous and unprepared. The deal was scrapping, no doubt. My pappy never told me how to knock it out, but now with 95 of us surviving, a man on my own. Round with fat lip, shit getting blown. I'm not trying to show no macho, it's shown, but when it's on, then it's on.
Like when he's got a handle up on his own, can't depend on friends to help you in a squeeze. Please, they got problems of their own. Down for the count on 7 chickens, don't get to heaven till they face these fears in these fear zones. Used to get jacked back up in high school. I played it just so some real they won't get full blown. Being where I'm from, they let the smoke come quicker than that smoke come quicker than that smoke come quicker than that evil redneck that lets it helpless color figure in. As a victim, I invented low key till the keyhole itself got lower than me. So I stood up and let my free form free. Said I'm gonna get some before they knocking on me. I don't sweat it. I let the bull blow in the breeze. In other words, just breathe. You can't keep running and running away. You can't keep running and running away. You can't keep running and running away. You can't keep running and running away.
Stress weighs on my shoulders, heavy as boulders. But I told y'all until the day that I die, I still will be a soldier. And that's all I told ya, and that's all I showed ya. But all this calamity is ripping my sanity. Can it be that I'm a celebrity who's on the brink of insanity? Not only wishing of switching any positions with me, cause when you in my position, it ain't never easy. Ain't never easy. Ain't never easy. Ain't never easy. Never easy. Never easy. Never easy. Never easy. Never easy.
You tuned in to IE Radio on KCAA.
Baby!
KCAA Loma Linda. Listen on 1050 AM, 102.3 FM, and 106.5 FM.